Hello, makers. My name is Dave, and welcome to the Maker Dave YouTube channel. It's just starting off, so bear with me. Very low production values here. However, today we're going to cover, with our video series of the UUNA TEK iAuto plotting machine, we're going to cover what I consider to be one of the best functions for this, and that is the merge capabilities. So we're going to produce a mailing using very personalized letters to our target customers. We've collected the data, and so for this scenario, it's hypothetical, but I'm the owner of Hobbytown. And here's the address. We're going to use this for envelopes later on in another video. But basically, I want to send out a mailing to the people that I gathered some information from. So hello, and of course with a personalized letter, it's always just the first name. You don't have to do the full name because then they'll catch on that it's not as personalized. I hope this letter finds you well. But basically it writes and inserts the data for the hobby that they are interested in, directing them and telling them that, hey, we're a leading reseller for those types of resources. There's a lot of other information, supplies and literature, and it also directs them to a website because our fictional business actually advertises on multiple websites. Specific to those hobbies, it will insert a website that's related to those hobbies. Also offering the discount codes and everything. And that's pretty much it. The rest is static, but we're inserting all of that information, which is going to be good. You buy one of these devices, a pen plotter, because you're actually writing letters in pen, and there's nothing that can quite replicate that. A regular printer, it really just doesn't have that feel, whether it's the pen pressure and the actual ink and the drawing. With doing this, and with this product from UUNA TEK, the software, it can generate static letters, and that's fine. But the merge capability really just takes that personalization up to a new level. And it's going to capture your target audience. They're going to get the letters, and it's going to be like, hey, this was written for me. And it'll really draw their attention, I think boost sales on things. So this is a letter that I want to generate, and here's the data that I have. It's in Excel with the name. I broke down the first name. I have the mailing addresses, and then I incorporated and consolidated the street, city, state, and zip codes. Or actually, I'm sorry, just the city, state, and zip codes into here. We have the website that we're trying to direct each individual person to, as well as their hobby. And then what I did was, because this is one thing with doing merges, when you do a merge with a letter, the fields don't expand and contract very well. So it's static. So what I try to do is I try to assemble all of my data here. And I do it through formulas and merging and things like that. But we will then link to these full sentences so that there are no gaps and it looks very natural. It doesn't look like you just pasted photography into a sentence and then there's a gap before and after, because cooking is less characters than photography. As we go on, you could see that there are other fields where we're also referencing hobbies. There are some static fields as well. And we're going to put all of these in. And here's the websites that we're directing them to. On to the letter. I open up the UUNA TEK custom software for iAuto. And I've already generated the letter, and I've linked it to the spreadsheet using batch application data. And I put in the tables with the cells. And you can have as many cells as you want, and they can be, if you have multiple cells, one of them can be static, like this one that says deer. And then you have other ones that you can bind which would then reference the spreadsheet data. So the end result is we have 20 sheets because we had 20 rows of data. And as we go through each of the sheets, you can see that it's very customized to their hobby, as well as directing them to the website. And I even imported a little SVG graphic here just for that extra personalization. Now that we have the letter constructed, what we will do is we will send it to the iAuto. To do that, we come over here to the right. The machine's already connected. We can either just print the current page or we can print all pages. And the beautiful part, this is the thing that really separates the iAuto from other plotters. And I set up some other plotters where it's basically the surface and the arm just goes over it. With every other plotter, you have to sit there and you need to feed in a sheet and you need to hit write and then it'll write it out. And then when it's done, you pull that sheet out, you put in the next blank sheet and you let it write out and then you have to pull that sheet into this. So if you have hundreds of letters that you want to, well, you have to sleep at some point. If you walk away, it can't just keep writing those. It's going to write over the same sheet over and over. You need someone to change out those sheets. With the iAuto, you have the paper tray and it's auto feed. Literally, when you take and you send all of these sheets to the plotter, you can walk away and you can go to bed, wake up in the morning, and a lot of the sheets will be written out, if not all of them, or envelopes or whatever you're doing. So it's really a set it and forget it machine. It will just, you tell it what to do and it will do it. Now, one of the other things that's nice about this software as well is under scheduled tasks, you can actually shut off the computer after it's done executing if you want. You can also pause, you can stop, you can do a range, or you can do only one sheet or as many sheets as you want. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to send all of them. And now it's going to go through, it's going to generate G-code. And G-code is just simply the instructions that tell a plotter, okay, move the pen in this way to draw this. It's just a fancy way of each G-code segment is going to be its own document. Think of them as documents. Now we have them all queued up, ready to go. And all we need to do is we click write. And it will feed the sheet and it will start drawing out each one of these, writing out these letters and spitting them out. I'm going to attach a video to this. There won't be sound, but just a fast view of what it looks like and what the end product is. We're going to do other videos as well. We're going to do a follow-up video for printing the envelopes where I'll actually construct this in the software and then show you what that's like to print. And that's really it for merging. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It gives you a lot of flexibility. You can change fonts, the size. It's like a word processor program, except it's for the iAuto. The other thing that you can do if you don't want to get fancy with tables and merging, you can just do simple notes and put content in there and print it out that way. You can do characters, SVG drawings. You even have a drawing board if you wanted to. I'm not much of an artist, so I can do circles, rectangles. Okay, tic-tac-toe. So you have different capabilities to do a lot of different things with the product. And even with the tables, you can just put in characters and move it around. The tables we went over, you can do images, multi-page text, PDF tables, you can do graphics. Once again, you probably remember this one from the last video that I did. So very good. The other thing as well to mention, this is key, and I mentioned it in the last video as well. With the letters, And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to reopen up this. Even though this is personal, you can even up it a notch. So this is custom tailored and we're using a generic font. Hershey script is very good. But we also have the ability to do font deformation. So what font deformation will do is it will enter for each time it writes something, it'll randomize, tilting a character or a letter, a little bit of random spacing. So as you would normally handwrite something, and your handwriting is not going to be the same for 2 letters, 2 words, whatever, you can actually do that here as well. And you hit apply and it will do that. And you can do stroke deformation as well, where it will angle the letters a little bit, the length, and all of that. So I'll go ahead and click on that and apply and save. And you won't see it until you update. And this is a little extreme. This looks more like my handwriting than anything else. I have horrible handwriting. That's why I'm an IT guy. But basically, you can keep doing update, and even when it generates, it will randomize each letter to look a little differently. A lot of very powerful functions on this. That's the video review for the letters. It's really powerful. It's a wonderful function to have, especially with this iAuto device. I thank the people for UUNA TEK for everything they do. They're constantly innovating, adding new features, improving the product. They listen to the users. They're very interactive. So a big thanks to them. If you go to my video in the description, I also have a code. It's a discount code for 10% off any purchases with UUNA TEK. And so that will help maybe buy you a lot of paper, a lot of pens, a lot of supplies. Once again, this product really is like having, I would equate it to the elves that come out after you go to sleep in the fairy tales, where they come out and they cobble the shoes and they make the shoes and you wake up and it's done. This product is pretty much my own personal technical elf and I love it. And I look forward to hearing your feedback on things that you do. And once again, I appreciate you hanging in there with me to go through this product. And I will talk to you soon. Until then, this is Maker Dave, and I will see you later.